Good. Have a good day. You're dismissed. Goodbye.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Wolverine channel. Appreciate the Wolvie fam. I was having some major problems, technical problems, that is. My camera decided to not be recognizable, and it was like, oh, really? So the computer could not find the already hooked up. So right when it was time to go live, I had to go back and unplug it, plug it again, search for it, wait for it to be found so it could upload and then be seen. And then you guys know the rest. It is what it is. All right. So today I got a video coming out of the NYPD again. There's a surprise, right? I know. I get it. It made the news. Their local channel. Man hospitalized after being this better be the one. Okay. Yeah, okay. All right, here, I got the right one. Because there was 3 stories I was going to go with, and I had them all lined up, and I forgot. But anyway, sorry about that. It's the way things go. You guys know that as well as I do. When there are things that, you know, you got to have so much, what do they call that? Everything lined up so professional, and then once it does, and if it don't go that way, everything just starts to go downhill. And I'm the type of guy that I don't rehearse nothing because it's in my heart to do this. I love my the 1A community and what it stands for, but it comes with a sacrifice sometimes that a lot of us don't realize what's all behind it and what's put into it, you know. And I got a lot of people that are getting on to me because I'm going to be honest, I've been slacking. I don't feel compelled to sit with a bunch of people that are already, matter of here, let me put it to you like this. I don't want to waste my precious pearl amongst swine. Okay. It's an old famous saying from the oldest book, the most sold book in the world. And what it comes down to is partisan people. This is the problem that we're having. This is why this sergeant took a cooler and hit a guy in the face on what they considered a 49 cc's, which is a bicycle. You're a pedestrian on that. That's the same policy Michigan State Police have. You can't tase nobody on a bike. You sure as hell can't throw a cooler at them. My God. So this guy, it's crazy, guys. It's crazy. So I'm just going to let this play out, and then we'll call it and break it down in the law for what it really is. It's sad. Here we go.
Tonight, the family of a Bronx father is outraged over his death. An NYPD sergeant is accused of throwing an object at him as he tried to get away on a scooter. The man died from his injuries. CBS 2's Naveen Dhaliwal has the story from University Heights.
Before we go on, I know everybody wants to hurry up and see the story, but you got to understand something here. Nowhere in here does it say what they were chasing him for, right? Usually, before they fire an officer, they say, well, he was chasing a guy that just got done doing a drug deal. He was chasing a guy because he just got done breaking a law, right? There's usually a law being broke here, but this is the Narcotics Bureau. and they were probably doing one of those illegal search and seizure type of things. Stop a guy, break his Fourth Amendment right, and then freaking search him without probable cause because he's known for having drugs on him, or he's known for being that, or there's snitches in the neighborhood that said so. Either way, it was a Fourth Amendment violation, and we know this. So that's what makes this a lot more than what it seems to be. Let's continue.
On this quiet sidewalk under a tent sits a growing memorial for Eric Dupree.
He was a nice person. He was the best father in the world.
His loved ones cherishing his life, especially his wife, Orlialis Varez, whose world was turned upside down in a matter of seconds a day before, right here at this spot on Aqueduct Street. Now she's left mourning with her 2 young children.
We was going to take my kid to school this week. And this is not right.
That's so
For
sad.
her, the nightmare
Watch this,
began
guys.
Wednesday.
All right, this is where I'm going to slow this down. You guys can see the circle. That is where he's at, all right? And I'm going to pay, because this happens so quick. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, you got to watch it 3 or 4 times to even see it. And hey, Hawk fan, how you doing? You know what? I forgot to introduce everybody in here. Jonathan, my brother, thanks for showing up. Low Dimes, brother, thank you for being here. Renetta Williams, what's up? Hello. The Prince of what? Paraphernalia, aka the POP. What up? Hawk fan, brother man, thanks for being here. I appreciate all of you. And the rest that are coming in, thank you. I'm going to go on with my story.
Hey, this surveillance video shows him.
All right, you see him on the bike. You know, remember, he's a pedestrian on that bike because it's under 49 cc's.
Man throwing an object at Dupree.
Boom, see that? See it? You see it? Throws an object at him. See the cooler right here? This is the sergeant holding a freaking cooler.
Object at Dupree
Bam!
while on a
Look at that.
motorbike.
Giving him a.
He loses control.
Here, look, I want to show you guys something.
Object at Dupree.
Watch this piece that breaks off. He hit him so hard in the face, guys. Watch this piece over here in this area. You'll see it. Look at my cursor and watch this piece break when it hits his face, and it goes all kinds of ways. Look at the debris. Right, see that? See that right there? There's the debris. See it? And there's the whole piece itself. It literally broke the cooler.
On a motorbike. He loses control and then crashes into a parked car. Police say the man who threw this red cooler at Dupree was an undercover officer, now identified as Sergeant Eric Duran.
Bam, look at that.
This happened during a narcotics
sad.
investigation, as Sergeant Duran was part of a plainclothes buy and bust operation.
You hear that? A buy and bust. So they obviously didn't buy anything from him. They obviously didn't bust him for anything, because they would have said we were chasing down a suspect that committed a crime to arrest him. Nowhere in here do you hear that. Listen to it. I've watched 5 stories on it already.
Working to apprehend 30-year-old Dupree. As Dupree tried to flee, the cooler hit him, causing him to lose control of his bike. He hit his head. The blow was fatal.
You know, despite what police may say, what the rap sheet may say, but I listen. I know a good person when I see one, and he was a humble dude.
As Velez tries to process what happened, she called.
Now, do you hear this right here, ladies and gentlemen? This is called a jury of your peers. Okay, these are people that loved him. These are people that were friendly with him. These are people that knew of him, that seen him around. Okay. This obviously wasn't a close friend, but if you listen to what he had to say, listen very close to what he had to say, you could tell that he was given a character witness for an average dude. He might have not have been a best dude, according to him. He might have had a rap sheet, but he was a good soul. You know, listen to him.
By what police may say, what the rap sheet may say, but I listen. I know a good person when I see one, and he was a humble dude.
As Velez tries to process what happened, she calls the sergeant's actions abuse of power.
There was no reason to kill him. He don't got no gun. He wasn't nothing. He got nothing on him. Why you gotta kill him?
You hear that? He has nothing on him. Nothing, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely nothing. And you will hear what happened to the sergeant. You won't hear nobody in command or other officers that were chasing him say anything on the record. I looked at 5 stories so far, okay? None of them are saying anything. None of them are saying anything. And I don't understand how it is that people can look at these type of situations and say he allegedly hit him when it's on. The news says they allegedly hit him. You know damn well they're bootlickers when they talk like that. So my point being is why I said what I just said is because you know damn well if there was a charge for them to chase him the way they did. Yeah, I said charge. The reason for the 4th Amendment stop, they would have been shouting that to the mountaintops, but there was none. They were taking a chance, profiling. What else could it be? Come on, we know the game. They're narcotics officers in a highly drug substantive neighborhood that a lot of drug dealers are going down. They see this guy, he's got it's on his rap sheet, maybe a bust here and a little bust there, little possession here, a little possession there. He's got to have something on him. Let's get that ID. Let's violate that 4th Amendment because you know what? It won't be a violation once we have anything, and all we got to do is change our story and say, yep, we knew it was on him. We was chasing him. We seen him try to do an exchange with somebody, and then they start corrosively creating a story and then gaslighting. As usual.
And as she learns, this sergeant has now been suspended for duty as this investigation continues.
Wait. Why would he be suspended? Usually, if somebody's not guilty of anything, they just go ahead and put them at a desk and say, okay, you're on light duty until IA clears you.
Still home. He still see his family. He still see his kids. My kids don't see his father. I don't want him outside. I want him in jail.
In addition to the NYPD investigating, the Attorney General's office has also opened up investigation into Dupree's death, and the medical examiner will determine exactly how he died. In University Heights, Naveen Dhaliwal, CBS 2 News.
There you go. It made the news. That's because they know that this sergeant was fully. Now, the other 2 stories that I watched said the officer was fired. I don't know where. Okay, I'm having some technical difficulty. I'm just going to keep going. All right. The other officer said that he was fired. And that's not true. So we know that the sergeant flat out murdered this guy over something he may or may not have had, over something he may or may not have done, something that wasn't enough to say on any of these investigations, because I seen several officers chasing him. Let's go back and look at that again. Let's not look at the direct hit. I want you to look at how they responded. All right. I want you to look at the response. Here's an officer right here. Okay. Here's see this? It's an officer right here. These are officers right here. That's an officer right there. Okay. These are officers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 officers right here. Okay. They're all right there.
The nightmare began Wednesday. This surveillance video shows a man throwing an object at Dupree while on a motorbike. He loses control and then crashes into a parked car. Police say
Okay, so I'm going to show you guys another angle of this. I might as well go back into my search history here because I had them all up and then my computer went haywire. Blah, blah, blah. You know how it goes. So I'm going to show you what I think to be more evidence of more criminals, because if, one officer did this and they did, obviously they didn't put the cuffs on him, right? Here's a 13-second video of it. All right, let's check this one out. And you'll see a hell of a lot more officers responding. It's a little clearer too. Let's take a look at this one. And I'm going to slow it down a little bit because this one's like really fast. So let's bring it down to 0.5 and let's go. Let's present it. Boom, bam. All right, let's see if this one shows us more of that video. See, there's an officer right here too. So they're all running towards him. See this officer right here? There's an officer right here. They had him surrounded. See this? See this? Look at that. Look at that. See it? It shows you all of the officers in this one. The news didn't show it all. You know what they're doing to this poor kid right now? You guys know what they're doing to him right now? They're handcuffing a corpse. Yeah, I said it right. They're handcuffing a corpse where they had no probable cause and absolutely no raz at all. That's what you're looking at right there. Let's look at that again. See, we seen the first part, which is this right here, all the way from the beginning. We seen him coming down the street. Look, see him? He's right here. We already seen this. All right, now let's look at, that's where the news stops it right there, right? So let's get my big head out of the way. That's where the news stopped it. Let's go back, show you again. That's the news stopped it right there, okay? They didn't show it no further. Now Wolvie's going to show you further where all these gang members do what they do best. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another one, 5 right here. Look at that. And now they're going to cuff this corpse. But they ain't going to show it. They're cuffing him right now. Right here, they're cuffing him behind that tree. It's so sad, man. It's just so sad. And nobody gets justice for stuff like this. This is not what law enforcement is. This is what law enforcement has turned themselves into, is a bunch of killers and tyrants in the name of the United States government and some type of seizure power that people have. And I am for cops doing your jobs. A lot of people disagree with me. You'll have to agree to disagree with me. I do believe in law enforcement, but I don't. This is not law enforcement. This is gang activity right here. Usually in these neighborhoods, they continue to kill people and get away with it and say, well, he was dangerous. He was a threat to society. He was always on the run. He would never cooperate. He would never obey. But you never heard him say, well, he pulled a gun on me, or he stabbed me, or he threw something at me, or he was violent in these type of situations. The only violence is them. They're the ones that's perpetrating the violence, not the suspect. So let's look at this one more time. And then I'll get your guys' comments and we'll go from there. Sorry about that. So sad. you know, Wolby gets shadow banned a lot because I show stuff like this. I'm not afraid to show it. I won't bother monetizing it, you know, because all they'll do is say, well, it's too violent. No, it's not. They're too violent. You need to show this. People need to see their government employees in the course of their government duties. And if you call this justice, there is no justice. I believe what the Romans meant by it when the narcissistic oppression came out of them, it was just us, is what it comes down to. Just us. We're the ones that have the authority. Just us can do this, not you. A two-tier justice system. Again, I'd like to thank everybody. Louis, it's good to see you. Renetta, good to see you. I haven't seen you in a long time. Time zone. Time is 0. JT, pigs inventing new ways to kill folks. Yeah, I agree. Shaking my head for show. Yeah, I got you, brother. I got you. And you know, it's sad. But if you guys have any more comments you want to make on this, feel free to put it in the comments comment section. Wolverine's going back quiet, read the mail. Have a great day. God bless. I'm back quiet.